Hello guys, I'm Mark, living just outside Udon. I just want to make a little video. I just want to clear up what I call misconceptions about the Thais, the Ferrangs. Everything I'm going to say to you is my opinion, it doesn't have to be yours. I'm not out to have a dig at anybody, you know, it's just my opinion on things. Some of you think I'm right, some probably think I'm an arsehole, but it's just sort of my idea on the, you know, the misconceptions that a lot of people have in the UK rather than Thailand. People that come to Thailand sort of understand a lot of things. Some years ago, one of my members of family came over to stay with me, and one of the first things she said to me before she come was, "Don't the Thai women only want money?" And it sort of got my back up. And I said to her, "Why do you not want money then? You don't need money. Your husband or boyfriend, he doesn't give you any money, no? Because you've got 4 children." Of course they want money. Everybody needs money. They don't hide the fact that they need money. You know, the girls, talking about now the girls that maybe work in the bar or whatever, they get a lot of bad press, which is, my view, very wrong. See, the trouble is people watch programs like Big Trouble in, is it Big Trouble in Pattaya or Big Trouble in Thailand or something. They see programs like that, and all they see is the seedy side of Thailand, you know, walking street and the girls working in the bar and that sort of thing, you know, and it's all made to look sort of doubly worse on the TV, because otherwise it wouldn't sell. They never show. They never ever show on TV all the lovely couples that are, you know, that get on, you know, the Thai Ferrangs. Ferrangs, as you know, are white foreigners basically. But they never show that side of it because it doesn't make good news, you know, because people aren't shouting and screaming and what have you. But I've just joined a group on Facebook, the Isan Ferrang group, and I've never spoken to such a nice group of guys, you know, and most of them are sort of pretty happy with what they got, their Thai ladies, but you wouldn't know that sort of hearing about that on the TV or whatever. But it does get my back up a bit sometimes when I hear the stories that are related back to me, you know. Oh, was she did you get her from online or this sort of thing, you know. I met her in the normal way. She was out with my wife, my missus, was out with her auntie for the evening, and I'd gone to watch a live band in a club, and she was there. It was her night off. She was there with her auntie, and she was there watching, because she loves live music, especially like foreign music. And she was there. Just met her in a normal way, but I get all the snotty, snidey little comments, you know. And because they're Thai, unfortunately, Thais, so many people think that all Thai women are ill repute, which is like really unfair. You know, I hate hearing that. And yeah, all right. A lot of the girls from Isan do go down to places like Pattaya to earn their trade, but if people understood what actually goes on in Thailand, there's no benefits in Thailand. So basically, if you don't earn money, you don't eat. And some of the girls, I can't give you a percentage because nobody knows, but some of the girls are sort of pushed into it by their families. You know, there's a lot of very attractive women in Thailand. They are a very beautiful race of people, you know, the Thais, you know, very beautiful race. And they have to sort of come down to Pattaya and earn their money in bars and, you know, doing what they have to do to earn money. But some of them have got children, they've got no choice. It must be very hard for them to leave home, doing what they're doing, you know, sort of trying to sort of look happy in front of a sort of middle-aged to older men, you know, not every girl's dream thing to do, you know. Being away from home, a lot of these girls live in real trashy, horrible little rooms, you know, with maybe 4 or 5 other girls, because obviously they're trying to all save money. They're eating shit, you know, unless they get bought dinner. I do feel I'm behind them like 100%, and I don't mean that in that way, but I feel really sorry for a lot of them, you know, because it's a hard life, and any money they do earn is sent home. You know, a lot of people say, oh, they're greedy, you know, they want this and they want that, but most of the girls, there are a few that give the girls a bad name, but there is in anything. And these girls, they send their money home, live on a pittance, and unless they're lucky enough to sort of meet somebody and have clothes bought for them or food bought for them, their life's pretty terrible, really. So it does annoy me when I sort of hear these stories from England. These people, they know absolute jack shit that's what's really going on, and they make these horrible comments, you know. And I don't like to hear that at all. I mean, it's really unfair. You know, some of the Ferrang really, you know, I'm a Ferrang, and we've all come, you know, when we all came over the first time. Well, when I come, I had no idea what to expect. I was in the position, in England, I was due to be in, I think it was 2008, I was due to be married to an English girl, lovely girl, really lovely girl, and 5 weeks before we were due to be married, she died. Unfortunately, Julie, the girl in question, was an alcoholic, and it killed her. You know, at the end of the day, I sat with her at a hospital bed while they turned her machine off, and I sat holding her hand for 20 minutes while she slowly died. And it sort of broke me up a bit, and I thought, I need to do something. I always fancied Thailand, knew absolutely nothing about the country, nothing at all. I had no idea what to expect. And I was running my own, I was a chef for many, many years. I was running my own catering business. So I signed myself off for a few weeks, and I just came out on my own, not having a clue what to expect. And of course, us Ferrang who've been to Pattaya and John Tiem and whatever, when you get there, it blows your mind. And you walk past the bars, and the girl, you know, I'm not a drinker particularly. I go in bars to sort of meet people. I don't go in there to drink particularly. But you walk past the bars, and all the girls are shouting out to you, "Oh, you handsome man, you handsome man! Oh, you sexy man, come in!" And you know, and at first you believe everything they're saying, and you go back to your hotel room thinking you're Piers Brosnan. You look in the mirror and you see yourself in a completely different light. You think, oh yeah, actually I am quite a handsome man, but you're looking through. You're not looking at the real thing, you know. You're going on what the girls tell you, but of course they do that because they want you to, they want you to go with them. But it's what they've got to do, you know. There's a lot of competition that they've got to go through, but it's a very hard life. But the Ferrang sort of don't help. They sort of go there and they go there for their 2 weeks. We call them the fortnight millionaires. We've all done it. I'm just as guilty as anybody else, and if any of you are kind enough to listen to this old rubbish I'm coming out with, you know exactly what I mean. You go there and you take as much money as you can, and you've got a fistful of cash, which goes pretty damn quick. The first few days you think, oh, I'll never spend all this. This is your first or second trip. You think, I'll never spend all this. At the end of the first week, you're skint. It's all gone because you're splashing it about, and you want to show off a little bit and make them think that you're wealthy, and which is the last thing you actually really want to do. But and of course, then the girls get this misconception that we're all millionaires, you know, because we're all over there. And like I say, I'm just as guilty. You know, I'm not Mr. Innocent, that's for sure. And there we are, throwing this cash about. Well, we're not millionaires at all. You know, we're just as much debt as, well, probably more debt than they are. But we've gone over there and showing off and thinking that we're bloody the most handsomest man in the world, who's the best stud in the world, because the girls are telling us that, and we've definitely got the biggest cock, because that's what they tell us, and we're walking around like the cock of the hoop. But of course, once you've been there a few times, you realise it's all just for show. And of course, when you walk past and they call out these things, you just smile very politely, you know, thank you, but no thank you. But it's lovely when you do meet someone. I've been with my partner now sort of 9 years-ish, something like that, and we moved up to Udon. We lived in John TM for about 2 years. We lived in quite a pretty little place, but it was like 10,000 baht a month, and I thought, I don't really need to spend that every month, you know. And she was saying she'd like to build somewhere, so I'm one of these people, I can make a decision like that, you know, if I've got something on my mind. So what I did, I sold up in England. We had land that we could build on. I sold up. The business went as well. I had a catering business that was doing very well. We moved to Thailand. We carried on renting for a while, and then we built the house. But I get on very, very well with the family. And another misconception is, everybody says to you, oh, the family will be they'll be taking money off you all the time, they'll be asking for this, they'll be asking for that. I'll tell you now, the family have never asked me for a penny. A brother, if anything, the brother's helped me, rather than, not so much with money, but he's lent me his car and done, you know, never asked for a penny, nor has the mother. You know, our money is just for our family. You know, Mimi's got 3 children, a girl of 21, a boy of 18, and another daughter of 12. The 21-year-old is now working. The 18-year-old isn't working yet, but hopefully he will be soon. But you hear all these stories about, oh, you'll be there and you'll be paying for this for everyone, you're paying for that for everyone. Well, in my case, it's not the case. You know, maybe I'm lucky, maybe you can comment and just let me know your experiences in that. But obviously these things do happen. You know, if you're very unlucky and you do get a bad one, they're not bad because they're Thai, they're bad just because they're bad. You know, I could tell horror stories about what's happened to some of my family with their wives. You know, I had one uncle, he'd saved up for years, and he bought a barn, converted it, cost him a bloody arm and a leg, spent years doing it. He got married, within 2 years she'd met someone else and cleared off and took him for half his house. You know, every penny. You know, now you tell me that that's right. You know, they had no children, and she had half of his, and another relative of mine, again, his house, he had 2 wives, both of them cleared off, and like had 50% of the house. That's wrong. That's wrong. So it's not Thailand, but for some reason Thailand gets this bad reputation, and I hate it. It does annoy me. You know, yeah, my wife, she's honest, hard working. When we work, we've got a rice farm here, her rice farm, and I go and I help on the rice farm, which almost kills me, but I do it. But she's what, 41 now. But oh God, you've never seen anybody work so hard in all your life. She is a grafter, and is she's stronger than me now, I'll tell you that, for nothing. I've never known a woman who can be so strong. I would never want to mix it with a Thai woman. And warning anybody, don't, if any Ferrang women, don't ever start a fight with a Thai woman. They will turn you inside out, I'll tell you that now. Yeah, they can be as gentle and as sweet and as nice as anybody else. But oh, tough, 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 tough. The Asians are very tough people. But that's my little moan. Well, it's not so much a moan. It's just the way I see things. And some of you may agree with me, some of you might not. But if you've got any comments of your experiences and how you feel about when you hear these comments, and whether you get the is your wife a mail order and that sort of thing, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's taking the piss. I hate people making comments when they know nothing, you know. But anyway, guys, it's been great speaking to you guys on the group. I really enjoyed it. This is the first group I've ever joined like this, and so many guys have said the same thing about this is the nicest group I've ever met. There's no backbiting, there's no horrible vicious comments, or, you know, if people don't agree with you, they don't call you an idiot, or they just go with the flow. You know, everyone's got their opinions, and I'm willing to listen to anybody's opinion. It doesn't mean you've got to be rude to them or nasty to them or whatever. But I love living in Thailand. I've got friends that come over here and they do nothing but moan about their Thai wife, their Thai family, and all they're trying to do is change them. And I say to him, if you don't like it, you're never going to change the Thais. You will never change them. So if you don't like it, you either go with it, like I do, with the things, you know, the drive-in and, you know, their funny ways sometimes. You know, their ways are different from ours in a lot of ways. Their ways are different. But you can't change it. That's their way. So you either go with it, accept it, or you go home. And I'm a great believer in that. And I ain't going home. I like it here. I like the people. You get horrible ones as well, but you do. It doesn't matter what country you go to. You're going to get some horrible people. But most of them in the village, I've never had any trouble with anybody. You know, everybody's polite, everybody's kind. You don't get in the villages. You don't get all the false friendship that you do get in the places like Pattaya. You know, when you leave the airport, you see the big sign, the land of the smiles. We only really get that in Pattaya because they're all trying to get your money, basically. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but obviously they all smile at you and they're all nice. And it's a service city. They're there to service you in every way, you know, feed you, whatever, you know, sell you something or whatever. So it pays to smile. Where in the villages, people are just normal. You know, it's like normal village, you know. I'm not saying they walk around looking miserable, because they don't, but they're just normal, and that makes me comfortable. So you take care, guys. You enjoy your beautiful Thai wives, girlfriends. I love seeing the mixed Thai children. Fantastic, you know. I'm sort of helping to bring up Mimi's children, but I treat them as they would my own. I've got a grown-up son who's almost the same age as my wife, you know. But I just bring them up and I love them as though they were mine. I think you have to. And to me, I'm in heaven, you know. I sit here, my view you can't see, but the back of the camera, I've got this beautiful view of like palm trees and fields and Thai houses, and we live in a quiet little road. And what more could a man ask for? Right? Beautiful wife, three nice kids, and a nice comfortable home, all bought and paid for. That's great. All right, you guys. No doubt at some stage I'll be bumping into you. You guys that live in Udon. At some stage I'm sure we'll catch up. I've just finished. I did post a picture of it actually. I've just finished a nice bacon sandwich made with home cured bacon, which I cured myself, and fresh bread, which I made myself, which I toasted, and just had a beautiful bacon sandwich. Oh, it was lovely. Enjoyed every minute of it. But I like to do a little bit of home cooking. Anyway, I'm rambling. You take care, guys. Lovely talking to you, and you be good. Okay, speak to you all soon. Bye bye now.